As we age, burning fat becomes more challenging. This is due to physiological changes like anabolic resistance, sarcopenia, reduced testosterone production, and impaired neuromuscular function. That said, achieving low levels of body fat and visible abs is still a viable goal. And that's exactly what I want to discuss in this video, what I would do to get shredded after 40. And of course, the goal here is not simply to lose weight, it's to burn fat fast without losing our hard-earned muscle mass or starving ourselves for weeks only to rebound as soon as the diet's over. So without further ado, here's what I do to get ripped. Step number 1. Eat less. If the goal is to burn fat, you must be in a calorie deficit or consuming less calories than you're burning. Ideally, you should aim for somewhere between 300 and 500 calories below maintenance. In other words, if you need 2,500 calories to maintain your current weight, then you should be consuming around 2,000 to 2,200 calories daily. This slight deficit will ensure that you're burning fat without starving yourself, making it far easier to maintain strength and muscle mass. The question then becomes, how do I know if I'm in a calorie deficit? To determine whether or not you're in a deficit will require you to first find your maintenance or the number of calories you need to maintain your current weight. A strategy I like to use is as follows. First, choose a caloric intake. For this, I like to multiply my body weight by 14. So if you're 190 pounds, this would equate to 2,660 calories. And yes, you will have to track your food. According to this study, tracking just 60% of the time was enough for participants to see meaningful weight loss and sustain it over the course of a year. Not only that, but while physical activity accounts for about 15 to 30% of daily energy expenditure, food intake accounts for 100% of energy intake. So if you're serious about burning fat and achieving a shredded physique, tracking your intake is a good idea. Next, consume that number of calories daily for 2 weeks while also weighing yourself every morning on an empty stomach. From there, you'll simply get an average weight for week 1 and an average weight for week 2. If your week 2 average is less than your week 1 average, then you're in a deficit. If your week 2 average is more than your week 1 average, then you're in a surplus. And if your week 2 average is the same as your week 1 average, then you're at maintenance. In either case, these two averages will tell you whether you have to eat more, eat less, or if you're already on track. Continue this process on a weekly basis. As long as your weekly average is decreasing, this means you're still on track. And if the average stalls, simply decrease the calories slightly and continue. Step number 2. Eat more protein. Studies show that consuming around 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight leads to better retention of lean muscle mass on a deficit. According to the same study, a high protein intake can promote greater losses of fat mass and greater overall improvements in body composition. To maximize muscle retention, increasing your protein intake to around 1 to 1.4 grams per pound of body weight per day can be even more beneficial. Personally, I recommend starting on the lower end of the range, around 0.8 to 1 gram, and then gradually increasing it as you get leaner and farther into your diet. Another benefit of protein is that it has a higher thermic effect compared to fats and carbs, meaning your body burns more calories digesting and metabolizing it. Not only that, but protein is highly satiating, which makes dieting far more sustainable. And if you're still not convinced of its importance, a higher intake also helps you combat anabolic resistance. As we age, our muscles become less responsive to the protein we consume, meaning we need more to stimulate muscle growth and repair compared to when we were young. Simply put, studies found that increasing the amount of protein you consume per meal, around 35 grams and above, will ensure you're giving your muscles the fuel they need to maximize maintenance and growth. Step number 3, make resistance training the focus. This 2023 study comparing 12 fat loss strategies found that an energy-restricted, high-protein diet paired with resistance training was the most effective. In short, for keeping that hard-earned muscle, it's a case of use it or lose it. Step number 4, train with heavier loads. Studies show that you can experience the same rates of hypertrophy with high and low rep training. But if the goal is to maintain muscle mass while dieting over a long period of time, focusing on strength would be more ideal. You see, a calorie deficit is already highly stressful on the body, and you don't want to make it worse by creating unnecessary fatigue. My advice is to opt for heavy lifting, as it'll allow you to better manage fatigue and recovery. According to this systematic review, high rep training requires lifting closer to failure to achieve the same muscle growth as heavy weights lifted farther from failure. The problem with high rep training is that it produces more metabolite accumulation, which leads to higher bouts of discomfort, fatigue, and muscle damage. And research shows that this type of training leads to longer recovery periods. This not only disrupts consistent training, but also demands more resources to repair muscle damage. Remember, your body prioritizes repairing any damage first before it starts building new muscle. By overloading with high reps, you risk losing muscle due to excessive damage while essentially stealing the resources that could otherwise be used to maintain muscle. Moreover, lifting heavy weights while staying far from failure significantly reduces the likelihood of form errors, thereby decreasing your risk of injury, allowing you to be more consistent with your training. Step number 5, make an effort to move more. A key challenge during fat loss is adaptive thermogenesis, where your body reduces energy expenditure in response to a calorie deficit. To counter this, incorporate some form of low-intensity, steady-state cardio into your daily routine and increase it gradually over time. Since we tend to move less subconsciously when in a calorie deficit, adding some form of light cardio, even just walking, helps maintain or even elevate your energy expenditure. This ensures consistent fat loss and helps avoid plateaus throughout your cut. Step number 6, make sleep a priority. One study found that just 1 week of sleep restriction resulted in a 10 to 15% decrease in testosterone. Another 2010 study compared 2 groups. One group slept 8.5 hours per night, while the other slept just 5.5 hours. While both groups lost the same amount of weight, the sleep-deprived group lost 55% less fat and 60% more muscle. These findings are bolstered by another study showing that just 1 night of no sleep was enough to observe physiological indicators of increased protein breakdown and fat storage. And if that wasn't enough, according to this meta-analysis, sleep loss is strongly associated with a decrease in performance. To put it simply, it doesn't matter how hard you train or how dialed in your nutrition is, if you're not getting adequate sleep, you'll never maximize your ability to build muscle or burn fat. So, aim to get at least 7 to 9 hours of high quality sleep each night. Number 7, be patient. Burning fat and getting ripped, especially when the goal is to maintain your hard-earned muscle mass, is a gradual process. And if you want to ensure that you keep those results long-term, you've got to be patient. If you're starting at 30% body fat, don't expect to get shredded in just 6 weeks. Remember, the road to your best physique transformation yet will be challenging, and setbacks are part of the process. Embrace the journey and be kind to yourself along the way. If it were easy, everyone would have visible abs, so set yourself apart by making the commitment to your goal no matter how long it takes. So, if you want to get shredded after 40, that's exactly how I would do it. Eat less calories, consume more protein, keep training consistently, preferably with heavier loads, stay active, and be patient. Did you find this video helpful? If so, click the like button below, as it'll truly help out the channel. Also, if you're an intermediate or advanced lifter who's looking to get absolutely shredded without cutting your favorite foods or doing hours of cardio each week, grab a copy of my program, Shredded 12 Fat Loss. This is the only science-based fat loss program of its kind that protects your hard-earned muscle mass and strength and gives you a shredded physique no matter your age. And right now, you can get an additional 25% off by using the coupon code RIP25. If you want to learn more, click the link in the description below. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe for more videos and don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss the next one. Peace.